Hey, hey, hey. How are y'all tonight? I hope y'all are doing well. I want y'all to drop a little hello to me when you come in. Oh, there's a fan on me and it's blowing my hair. Okay, I am going to talk to you about how to choose the right sponsor. I'm trying to see if this is not like, okay. I'm trying to find, oh, I can do all these little things. What is this? I can do a filter. Look. I wonder what the filters are. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All these cool things just came up. Oh wow. That's so cool. Ah! Oh my gosh. I'm so gonna have fun with this. Okay. Okay, I gotta play with that. Anyways, I am going to talk to you about how you choose a sponsor in direct sales and network marketing, and how you should be as a sponsor. So as you're watching this, please let me know that you're watching a replay. Let me know that you're here. Tell me hello. Tell me where you're watching from. And I'm going to talk to you about how you need to choose wisely and choose a company wisely. There's nothing worse than choosing an upline that you regret. And if you are in a business and you have an upline that you do not get along with or that you can't work with, then absolutely you know what I'm talking about. When you get into a company, you've got to choose someone that you can work with and someone that is going to benefit you, right? You've got to have somebody that you're going to connect with. So don't go around saying, oh, I'm just going to join my best friend because my best friend does this, and so we'll be fine. I'm going to join her. We'll be fine. I'm going to make millions of dollars. We're going to have fun. We're just friends and we're going to have fun. No. This is a business decision and it needs to be taken as such. It needs to be treated as a business decision. I don't care if your husband or wife is selling something and you want to help her out, that's fine. But if you're wanting to create a business and you're wanting to build an empire, you need to make a smart business decision when you choose who your upline is going to be. So what do you need to look for? Number one, you need to look for someone who's going to practice what they preach. Do not, oh my gosh, it's like the worst thing you could do is join somebody who talks about how you need to do all of these things. Like when you get into this business, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And they don't do it themselves. Maybe they tell you to post so many times a day, share so many things a day, and then you go to their page and they're not sharing that many times and they're not posting that many times. That should be a red flag, right? That would be a red flag if you know that that's what they expect of people and then they're not doing it themselves. That is not right. They're not practicing what they preach. If they're telling you to do something, are they doing it themselves? The other thing is, don't get with somebody who's going to be like, oh my gosh, like we're going to build this team together. We're going to be awesome. We're going to make this awesome. We're all going to be awesome. And then you get in and then you're going, when was the last time you sold an item? Like, I think you sold one 30 years ago. Like, have you sold anything since? I mean, that's important too. So, like I said, number one, someone who's practicing what they preach. Are they doing what they're telling you to do? Are you looking at their timeline and they're doing exactly what they've told you to do? Basically, are they walking, talking, and leading the way that they want you to walk and talk behind them as a follower? So that's so important. So number two, join a company that is very transparent. So are there leaderboards? Who's on the leaderboard? Is it somebody that you're looking at joining? Are you going to be paired with a good top leader? Are you paired with someone who's a top recruiter? Are you paired with somebody who's a top earner? Are you paired with someone who is in the trenches and working their business, but also rising to the top? Are they in a position that you know is a good position? Now, you don't necessarily have to join somebody who's at the top. So you don't have to go and join Sally because she's at the very, very top and she's the top earner and she's the top recruiter and she's the top everything and she's so amazing and she's so wonderful and so you need to join her. No. You can join someone who's in her downline, not too far down, but somebody in her line that you know that she's going to be accessible to you. You need to join a team that you know is all of those things, awesome, 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 but you don't have to necessarily join that person. You can join somebody that is compatible with you, that you can actually work with, that's actually going to be someone that you can still access that top leader if you needed to. Okay, you need to make sure that they are accessible. Are they too high up? I've had people tell me that they've joined companies and they joined the top leader or they joined the top person in the company and then they were just a number. That's what happens, guys. You've got to be careful who you're joining. If you're just a number to someone or you see that people are just a number to them, probably not the person to join. Actually interview them. Ask them questions. You're wanting to join business with them. You're wanting to create this business. Ask them a question or 2 or 10 or 15 or 30, whatever. Ask them questions until you're satisfied with who they are and what they're going to provide for you. So number 2 was making sure that the company is transparent, figuring out where that leader is on their leaderboards and where they are with that business and are they going to be accessible to you. Number 3, energy. What is the team's energy? If you're looking at that person and you're scoping through, you're kind of Facebook stalking them or whatever, and you're looking into, I'm considering joining this person, what is their energy like? Is that somebody that you could totally hang with? I've said before, when I've talked about picking your downline, I've discussed how you need to pick somebody that you're cool going on vacation with, right? I mean, I've said that several times. So you need to be okay with someone that you could go on vacation with. You've got to be okay with that upline to where it's not just okay, but it is awesome and you can have a relationship. Is that person that you're looking at joining and creating a business and partnering with them, because that's essentially what you're doing, is becoming a business partner with them. Is that person going to lift you up, provide you what you need, and is that person full of energy? Do they have the same vibe as you? Because I always say, you see it all the time, that your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, it does. Because what is your vibe? What are you giving off? So even if you're the person, what are you giving off? What are you providing for that person to come to you? What is attractive to others? Are you a negative Nelly? If you're a negative Nelly, you're going to get negative Nellies to join your team. I mean, people follow people, and if that negative Nelly likes you because you're a negative Nelly, well, you're not going to go anywhere. What is your energy? What is your vibe? What do people see when they see you? What do they follow whenever they follow you? What do they love about you? That is what you're looking for when you're looking at a leader. How is their energy? Are they exciting? Are they fun? Is it the same vibe? How do you feel? Let me see. How do you feel about them? Do you feel good being around them? If you talk to them, do you feel like they fill you full of something? Do you have that feeling every time you talk to them? Are they good? Is it something that you walk away like they gave you something? They gave you something, a piece of them that makes you feel good. Kind of like unicorns. Do they make you feel good? So that's number 3. Number 4. Are the higher ups in that team knowledgeable? So what does that mean? Are you going to learn something from them? Do they have something to teach you? Are you going to grow? If you're not going to grow and they don't have anything to teach you, you need to leave. You need to go. Run as fast as you can. Do not join them. You've got to join a leader and a company that is going to take you to the next level. I will give you a perfect example. I was stuck in a company that I knew what I was doing. I loved it, rocked it out, had a blast with it, but I kind of got to a point where I wasn't learning anymore. Okay. And, when I was looking at what can I do, who can I join, I found something that, was providing me that next step, that next level, that next, step up that was going to make me grow as an entrepreneur. Because as you know, when we talk about branding, this is all about branding you, right? We don't want to brand the company. Wearing their shirts, hey, I've got a shirt on right now. Wearing their shirts, having logos on the cars, things like that. You're branding a company that way. So when it comes down to your business, you need to be branding yourself. Is it okay to do this stuff? Yes, but you just have to understand that you're branding the company, not you. So you want to make sure that you're branding yourself. And in doing that, when you're looking for a leader, you also need to find out if that person is going to take you to that next level. Are they going to help you with your branding? Are they going to teach you attraction marketing? Or are they only party-based and they're never going to teach you how to do a live on Facebook? Are they only party-based and they're never going to show you how to do an online party? Because if they're party-based and they tell you that you need to book this party, you need to go to this house, you need to do this, you need to do that, how many people show up at a party versus getting on a live? How many people see your live afterwards? Because you know you got those creepers. You know you got them creepers. I got them. They come watch my replay. They don't want to watch me while I'm live, but they come watch my replay because they're creeping. So you get so many more people watching you on Facebook Live than you would sitting in a party setting. Is the company that you're joining going to show you how to do that? Are they going to show you how to grow? Are they going to teach you how to be an attraction marketer and get people to come to you? If you are in a company that is teaching attraction marketing, you are going to find that people come to you. People are going to want to order from you. They come and send you messages. You get messages all the time, and you're not having to go beg people to join. So are they knowledgeable? If they're not, don't join them. Do they have enough experience that they're going to be able to help you with the products that they represent? So if you're joining somebody who is higher up, maybe they are a top leader, they are a top earner, they're a top recruiter, but they're not knowledgeable, they just kind of got lucky, well then that's probably not a good idea either. You want to join someone who is going to be very knowledgeable and who can help you. And if they can't help you, they know where to go find the answer. They have got to be able to provide you a layered leadership. So let's say you chose that you wanted to be under this top person, so you choose that line. Hello ladies, so you choose that line and you choose somebody that you feel comfortable with. You want to make sure that those people in that layered leadership knows what they're doing. And if Sally doesn't know, well then Carrie knows, and if Carrie doesn't know, Megan knows, and if Megan doesn't know, then April knows. And if April, you know, like you've got to have like a layered leadership or sideline, you know, somewhere a unified team that is going to help each other. You can see that from the outside looking in before you choose a leader. And if you are a leader, that's how you need to be building your team, is making sure that you're building in a unified manner and providing that knowledge to people and making sure that they know where to go, where to reach out, and how to get the information if they need it. Don't always just give answers to people. Make sure that you are directing them to so they can learn where to find those answers. That's number 4. Number 5, a good rapport. This is huge. Do you have a good rapport with them? Are you able to call them, text them, voice message them, email them? You know, do you have access to them? It goes back to access. This is the same way. If you are a leader, are you providing a way for your team to contact you? Are you providing a way for them to reach out to you? And are you responding in a timely manner? This is good rapport. You need to respond in a timely manner. Now, I'm not talking 15 seconds. Now, if you're on my team, you know that I respond pretty quickly. And a lot of times I blow people's mind because they're typing and I respond as soon as they're done typing, like I am on the ball. But that is not always the case. There's always things that may come up and I may not respond right away, but I never go without responding within a couple hours. So when you are talking to a prospect, if you're talking to a teammate, if you're talking to anybody, you need to make sure that you are responding in a timely manner. You also need to make sure that you are accessible to them. So when you're looking at a leader, make sure that you're looking at some of the other people who have joined them. Do they have access to them? Are they able to talk to them? Are they able to, are you able to communicate with them and ask them questions that you want to ask questions? So important about having a good rapport. I wrote down, I like this. Don't be like, well, I talked to you first. You should have joined me. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's a business decision. It's not a friend decision. I love you. I'm upset that you didn't join me, but I know it's a business decision. Good luck. It is a business decision, people, and you need to be aware of that. Whether you're choosing or someone's choosing you, you need to understand that it is a business decision and they need to pick somebody that they can grow with and that they have the knowledge with and that they're going to be bigger and better with, right? I've already mentioned those. So you want to make sure that you are joining someone who is going to take you to the top, who's not going to lead you in the wrong direction. Definitely look into that person. Do you have that good rapport? Can you get them on the phone? Can you email, text them? Can you talk to them? Will you be able to talk to them later? And when I talk about timely manner, also know, I don't know how to say this. Don't wine and dine and drop them. Another good way is like, I don't know how to say this nicely, but don't hit it and quit it. If it's somebody, if you see that that person has a reputation for they wine and dine you and they bring you in and then they let you go, that's probably not somebody you want to join. You don't want to join somebody who's really good at recruiting, but they cut them off once they get them in, right? So we know those people. We know people who recruit like crazy and they recruit, and they're like, get you in, get you to buy this pack, get you to do this, and then they never talk to you again, right? They're like, people go into the witness protection program. I don't know. They just vanish. that is not somebody you want to join, because they're not there to help you. It kind of goes back to those people who are at the top. They might be a top recruiter, but they're not really working their business. They're not really helping. This could also pertain to somebody who brings people in, and then there's so many companies out there who have strategic placement. I think that's awesome. Strategic placement of some sort, which means that you could actually place somebody under someone else and help build two people. If you have that, if that company has strategic placement and they place people and then never speak to them again, that's not somebody you want to follow. That's not somebody you want to join. Now, if they place somebody, but then that's a layered leadership and they're adding a leader so that you have more people to go to, that's awesome. That's amazing. And that's what strategic placement is for. But it would be the same thing as if they're wining and dining you. Are they wining and dining you, or people in their business? Are they wining and dining their recruits and getting them into the business, getting them to buy that whatever pack? And then as soon as they get in, they're like, I'm done. Have fun. Good luck. That is not who you need to join. You need somebody who locks arms with you and runs with you. I mean, give me an amen if you believe that. Like, you need a lock arm partner, because that is what this is. This is a business partnership. So you need to be with somebody who's going to lock those arms and who's going to run with you and who is going to be in the trenches with you. Now, if they place you as a strategic placement and you are able to have extra leadership in there, awesome. That is amazing. That is great. That's what it's for. But if they bring you in and then cut you off, that's not good. So you don't want to do those practices either. You don't want to wine and dine somebody, hit it and quit it, and have somebody come in and order and then bam, you're done. They bought the kit and they're done. That's not cool. That's not cool. You need somebody who's going to work with you, and you need to be that person who's working with them. So if you're watching from afar and you're watching a team, because you should be actually paying attention to the teams and the dynamics before you join a team, look to see how they react to that kind of thing, because you can tell if somebody sometimes you can tell, look from the outside looking in, strategic placement wise, like what they're doing and how they're working, because you'll see kind of like a, maybe Sally welcomed them in and now April's shouting them out. Well, did that mean Sally placed them under April? Is Sally still active on this page, or did she just cut her off and leave her with April? You can see these things if you actually look. Okay, so make sure that you're looking and seeing. They may be a top recruiter, they may be the top earner, they may be the top most amazing, fantastic, just phenomenal person, and they make millions of dollars every week, and it's like awesome, and they could teach you everything, and so you want to join them, and then they don't help you, because it's not the person you should have been joining. So remember, when you're joining your prospect, that you actually research them and make sure that they are treating their team with the utmost respect, and you have a good rapport, and that you can connect with them, that you can get them on the phone. And if they are a prospect and they're considering joining your business and they're considering joining your team and they want to talk to you and they want to ask you questions, let them ask you questions. They may not join you, but they want to know, they want to interview you, just like you should be interviewing people before you join them. It is okay to interview your downline, and it is okay to interview your upline. Interview them, ask them questions, listen to them, listen to the way they talk, listen to their mannerisms. When you can figure out how they are just by speaking to them, watching them on a live. Y'all know how I am. You know my quirkiness, you know certain things that I do, you know I play with my hair all the time. I mean, you know things about me, but you are able to come into my world because I do lives. So let that person, if you don't see them on a live, figure out who they are by getting them on the phone, talking to them, and interviewing them. Ask as many questions as you want. But next one, number 6. Do they edify their team? This is huge. Do they uplift their team? Do they edify them? If you don't know what edify means, drop edify below. EDIFY, edify. Edification is huge, and a lot of people don't edify their team. They don't lift up their team. They don't motivate their team, and they don't put their team on a pedestal. They are still in that wine and dine and move on kind of atmosphere, and that is not okay. You need to be able to edify your team. I have a girl on my team that I saw yesterday giving shout outs and saying, you know, so-and-so is rocking their business, they're so amazing. And another one was something about, you know, she's hit these things and she's doing awesome. And those little things go a very long way, especially if a top leader is reaching down and shouting out somebody. Now, I've been in a company that I've had a top leader at my fingertips and they never shouted me out. And that is not, that's not a good rapport, and that's not a good leader that you want to be under. But if you have somebody who's constantly shouting you out, who's constantly rewarding you by giving you that little nugget, that little bit, just that little bit, because people who feel appreciated are going to work so much harder. So make sure that you are very aware of that. Something that I learned very early on in direct sales was that people do want to be appreciated. People do want to be edified. People do want the attaboy and that appreciation. So give it to them, whether it be on a Facebook post, whether it be sometimes you might want to mail them something little or small or a little note to lift them up. Whatever it is, are they edifying you? Are they lifting you up to others by putting you out on a post and saying how awesome you are? If they are, if you see them doing that with their team, that's probably a good person to join. If they have all the other components as well, you need to make sure that they are able to get on a call if you needed them to, get on a text message if you needed them to, get on a three-way voice message, Facebook, whatever, if you needed to. If your upline is always there for you, or prospective upline is always there for you to help you answer questions, then you know that you're going to be in a good place. And number 8, I saw this on a video, and I saw it on YouTube, and then somebody that I follow had it on Facebook. I don't even know when she went live, about a week ago. And I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally plugging that into this because it makes so much sense. But do they swim with both arms? And basically what that means is if somebody who is swimming with their right arm that's all personal development, and their left arm is action. So the person, it just fills themselves with personal development. They're diving into training, they're diving into learning, they're listening to everything under the sun, they're watching YouTube videos, they're reading books, they're doing everything they can to personally develop themselves. They are learning, they are in the trenches, they are listening to everything, they're taking notes, they're doing everything. Well, what happens when they're doing that? They do this, right? If you're just swimming with one arm, what happens? I'll do it again. All you're doing is swimming in a circle, because you can hear my kids. It's just personal development, and it's just so much, but it's not enough. You're just going in one circle. Then you have your left arm, and this left arm is action. Let me back up and say that this right arm, that's when you're learning and you're doing personal development, these are also your procrastinators. These are the people who say, I just have to know everything. I gotta learn. Once I know everything, I'll be okay. Those perfectionists, those are procrastinators as well. That's not good. If you're a perfectionist, you're a procrastinator. And that's personal development, and you're just going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. So then you have your left arm that's all action. And this one is like, I'm going to get everybody. I'm going to sign up everybody. I'm going to get on the phone with everybody. I'm going to get them in a group. I'm going to text them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be top leader. I'm going to order. I'm going to have this order. I'm going to have this order. I'm going to have this order. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Action, 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 action. And there's no personal development. What are they doing? They're going in a circle, 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 constantly. So when it comes to finding yourself a leader, you need to find one that's doing both. Are they putting out posts that are inspirational, and then you also see that they're action-packed? Do you see that the person is constantly filling their soul and filling their whole mind and everything with stuff to help them prosper, but then at the same time they're digging into their team? Are they making sure that they are taken care of first, and they are making sure that they are okay as a human being, maybe exercising, eating right, listening to things? Do they have a ritual every day? And are they digging into their team and helping their team and lifting their team and edifying their team? Are they there for their team? Are they picking them up? Are they in the trenches? Are they working with their team? Are they swimming with both arms? Because that's the only way that they're going to get anywhere. So if your leader that you're wanting to finally you get to this point and you see that they have a balanced life. So number 1, they are practicing what they preach. Number 2, their company is transparent and you can see where they are and you know that they're working hard. Number 3, they have the energy, they're rocking it. You love their energy like you can't get enough. They're intoxicating. You gotta have what they have. Then the higher ups are knowledgeable and they're doing what they need to do, and they are educated and they can help you. And then you have a good rapport. You can get them on the phone. You can talk to them. You can ask them questions. You've interviewed them. They're awesome. Everything's rocking. Everything's good. They respond in a timely manner. You see that they treat their team well. You see that they edify their team. You see that they don't hit it and quit it. You see that they're doing all these things, and you get to that last thing and you see that all they do is pump themselves full of personal development, or all they do is action, action, action. That's where you got to stop. Even to that point, you've got to have that checked off. Do they have that balance? Do they do a little of both? If they do a little of both, then you've got them all checked off, all 7, and you're good to go. Why did I choose 7? Because it's a perfect 7. If you don't know what that means, you should. So the perfect 7. So you have 7 to check off on your checklist. If you have all 7, then you're ready to rock and roll, and you're ready to join that company and that person. But in the same sense, everything that I listed should be the way people are looking at you. And a lot of times when someone's looking for a company, they are looking at a lot of these things. I have a girl that's placed on my team that when she joined this company and she was looking for a person to join, she did a lot of research. And she told me she looked at leaderboards. She looked at different things. She didn't join me. She was placed on me, but she looked at all of these things. She looked for the rapport. She looked for, is it somebody that's attractive to me? Is it somebody that I'm going to jive with? Is it somebody that's going to work? Is this person in the trenches? Are they constantly edifying their team? Everything that's on this list, she went through this whole list and then joined the person she joined. So she was very smart about it. When you are jumping from one company to another company, especially when you do that, you need to be sure that you are following the right person, because let's face it, we've all been in a company, and you may very well be in a company right now. And I'm so sorry if this is you, but you may be in a company where your upline pretty much stinks. Your upline's not there. Your upline doesn't help you. Your upline doesn't connect with you. That stinks if you don't have that there. Now, I'm not talking about uplines who have gone a different way, or uplines who were never an upline from the beginning. But I mean, you chose the person that you joined. So is that person that you joined acting like a true leader? Because if they're not, then you know what you need to be looking for when you look elsewhere. A lot of times when you get a bad leader and you have bad leadership in your organization, it really helps you, really helps you to look back and go, I don't want that again. So you make sure that you're looking at the 7 checklist, and you make sure that you're choosing wisely. You want to find somebody who is going to match you 100%. And again, who's going to lock arms and who's going to run with you. So if you are spiritual, I say pray about it. I absolutely say pray about it. I prayed about things for a long time because I wanted to make sure that I was finding the right leadership for me when I was changing companies. I wanted to make sure that I was finding the right upline for me, because I didn't have that checklist done the 50 times before, no 150, but the few times before that I joined companies, I didn't look at that. I was like, oh, she's my friend, or oh, I could get this discount, or oh, I could do, and you weren't picking up on those and you weren't really paying attention. Now I paid attention because I was looking for something that was going to be home, that was going to be absolute, that was going to be where I stopped my direct sales business. Oh, my lights just went out. So you want to make sure that when you are looking at these things that you get all 7 checked off. Okay, so if this helped you, please let me know. Drop a little happy face below. Let me know that it helped you. Please ask any questions that you may want answered. I am here to help you 100%. And y'all have a blessed night. We will talk soon. Bye-bye.